Hello and welcome everyone here to the CEVO-G-Finity, well actually just CEVO I guess, since this is European main division. So CEVO main, we've got Infinity, which we saw yesterday, going up against Infuse. They look pretty strong and they've got a good record, certainly a playoff team. Actually that goes for both of these guys. Infinity sitting at 8-3 after the win yesterday that we all saw here on twitch.tv/playcevo. And then Epiphany Bolt, they're 8-4. And looks like both teams have played Mirage a couple times. And here we go into the pistol.
Yeah, I watched Epiphany Bolt play against like a Turkish team called Death Trap a few days ago. They look pretty good on this map, but this is going to be a lot higher competition here over on Infinity, kind of a Swedish mixed team that includes a player that we probably recognize, Alien, who's played for a couple other teams, usually pretty successful. And wow, that was a pretty fast whistle round victory. Not a whole lot to say.
Yeah, Pyromarn, some sick shooting there. He gets 3 kills, but I'm more interested in Botten. Botten getting 2 of those kills, and he had an absolutely insane performance yesterday going up against, as we already mentioned, Infused. He had something like 30 kills, I think. Where do you go? 30 and 18, I think it was. I don't know. It was pretty nuts. 30 and 15, excuse me. So a straight up 2.0 KD in not even 30 rounds. It was pretty insane.
Does sound pretty nuts here. We are seeing this round open up with a little bit of a battle at mid. Alien actually has taken a lot of damage, but he's also tagged Moment and ST, so he's dealt his fair damage as well. So we are seeing Epiphany try to use this mid control. They have a couple players from the underpass as well, so now they do have control of it, but what can they do with it? We did see Devin actually press out Cat and get caught, and now Alien's finally down, so this has actually been a decent start to the second round for Epiphany Bolt.
Yo, that was the best named deagle. Satan's dick. Yes, 3 tag. Oh, shoots his teammate in the foot. I don't think it really mattered that much, as Pyromarn was there to gun down 2 of them. Kroimer. First time encountering some of these names, so bear with me. Yeah, Krumer. That makes better sense.
Sometimes you don't have to try that hard.
I'm always
sometimes
like,
it's literally just as simple as it sounds.
It's in Europe. I gotta like say it differently. Who knows?
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, like Krumer. I wanted to say Kramer at first, but there's Botten with another kill. Well, actually, his first of this round. He'll bring down ST. Dejvin, probably Davin, actually. Will bring down Krumer, and then S3 tag? What are we going with there?
Yeah, sure. We'll just go with that. That's
what
we were
tag?
going with.
Maybe that's Elite
a couple
Speak
days
E?
ago. Yeah, that's what we were going with yesterday, or the day before yesterday, rather.
So this has actually gotten pretty scary. Epiphany Bolt in the driver's seat of this round. Has got armor.
I feel like this could go really wrong for ES3 tag though, because he's literally going to allow Devin to catch him crossing into the site.
Yeah, so now they're both, well, not quite within 1 shot from an ump. He's got 35 HP. He's got that bomb planted. Maybe if it's a headshot, and he's able to cross back to CT. So this makes things very difficult now for Davin, as he's going to have to just aggress onto this Epiphany Bolt player, and he will lose. So Epiphany Bolt force buying up. And it was looking a little messy as they were trying to get up the connector from middle early on in the round, but they're able to fight back and win that late round 1v1.
Yeah, I mean, it was mostly just the mid control that Epiphany Bolt started out with. I mean, they did so much damage. They caught Alien in window. They took down Devin to really low HP, tried to press Catwalk. So they just kind of won out that whole scenario. Infinity was always having to play from a man down, and we did see it go a little bit in their favor. I think it was Pyromane who got a couple of kills there in window room, started to reel it back in, but just couldn't quite do it as it came down to that 1v1 we saw Epiphany Bolt come out with. So now it's 1-all. Infinity pretty much in double save territory. Epiphany Bolt's going to be sitting up pretty heavy towards upper B for now. As they're pushing, they do spot this push here from Bobski, and they will take him down.
So first kill, and as Infinity, actually, they bow out of that race early on, right? They want to get out to some strong rifles, so they more or less save here just some... They bought some extra pistols to get off of those USPs. No armor though, so still buying quite light.
Yeah, Epiphany Bolt again just getting control of middle here, getting that smoke out on a window. Looks like they want to split this B bomb site, also trying to even get a little bit of something on connector. They get that smoke down, but not before Pyro gets a kill before it blooms.
Yeah, they went too early. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, a little bit off timing, but they still have a 4-on-4, and now they're starting to clear out this B bomb site, so things seem like they're still shaping up okay.
Alright, yes, tag. Gonna bring down Away and Pyromarn, setting up at the window. He's the man that got the kill with that P250. Moment, please. Gonna post up at a pretty cheeky angle for anyone exiting out of the marketplace. And the bomb, of course, is down. Pyromart and Batten just trying to get those excess. No, actually, they are going to jump in and go for this. Pyromart finds one more, so they're making it a bit expensive. Only 2 rifles up now for Epiphany. Bolt having lost 3 other members on the round. Pyromart still a chance, unlikely though, that he could cause some more damage. And okay, yeah, Crewmart will bring him down. And that'll be 2-1 Epiphany Bolt. But Infinity should have a rifle coming. Well, not even, just upgraded pistols again, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like the choice you have to make when you win pistol, but you lose second round as a CT. You either double save so you can get that full comfortable buy, or you wind up just trying to force yourself, and you have kind of the scrappy start to the game where you're fighting for economic control. They've already conceded that, so they're just going to take it easy here with some deagles. And I mean, they did a lot of damage last round though. They killed 3 players, they forced a lot of rebuys, and so that means that Epiphany Bolt, their first round loss, could immediately lead to a save again. So. Infinity's definitely keeping this game close, despite the fact that they are going to take, a few rounds down on the scoreboard. As Epiphany Bolt again setting up for a heavy B execute.
Yeah, it might depend on how this one goes, because again, Epiphany Bolt, if they don't lose anyone here, they'll earn themselves another rifle round. If Infinity can make it expensive, and it doesn't look like they will be able to this
What?
Are you kidding me?
What was that,
What
dude?
a flick over the moment. He's gonna need a moment, please, because he just got wrecked. And that's an AK to Pyromart. He's going to go ahead and save that on 6 HP as Dejvin and Batten try to regress onto the B site. They're shot down.
We might need to light a candle for a moment here, Joey.
Yeah, that was insane.
Did not see that coming. Looks like Pyro should be able to get away. He's already over towards Palace over on the A site. Doesn't seem like any... Well, maybe.
There's still quite a bit of time.
Yeah, I forget about that extended bomb timer.
Some trouble.
Yeah, he's actually going to get pushed. There's already a guy in A-site pinching from balcony, and there's 2 rushing T-spawn. So once they clear A ramp, they're going to have a pretty good idea. East Palace.
They were definitely dilly-dallying over there at A ramp, trying to make sure everything was clear. But now they've spotted him, and ES3 tag will get him from behind. And that one was convincing enough. Just losing to 1 player because of the ridiculous 1-dig reaction from Pyromart in middle. Epiphany Bolt can take a loss and have another rifle round, as now, the full arsenal is available for Infinity. Even the Omp going to come out onto Awian.
And we'll see where he's going to take that. Looks like he is going to be taking it over towards B, so they'll have Bosky actually playing middle with a rifle inside window room. And Alien's going to look to press Catwalk, see if he can't find a pick on someone crossing chair. There's a smoke at the back of Cat, so he won't really be able to see much. Like I said, just holding that angle to see if anyone's going to press up to the chair on this mid-control, which isn't a bad idea. We've seen Epiphany Bolt, put pressure here almost every round, so I think Alien has a pretty good idea about how he might be able to get a pick, and there it is. He even pushes up to ladder, gets a little bit more of an aggressive angle, and he gets the opening pick on the round.
Yep, nicely done. And Pyromart might land a nice nade onto Moment, please. He's got that guy's number, apparently. Big 56 damage. HE going in. Moment, please, though, still alive. And he'll Molotov off that connector as they try to grab some control of mid. Because right now, they don't have much control of anything. Moment's out here all alone. And risk of getting shot from either side in the back. And it'll come from the A side. Pyromart will bring him down. And here is ST. He strikes out of Palace. And it's going to be Epiphany Bolt trying to make their last hurrah kind of into this A site. 3v1 for the time being. It's only Botten under torch. He has a great pop flash out. He's able to get 1 before being brought down by ES3 tag. Awian still trying to watch the Palace and then forced to bring that aim down. It can't hit the shot, so he'll fall 2-on-2. Epiphany Bolt back into this round somehow. Just an inability to trade anything out there on that A site and maintain the man advantage for Infinity. It was a bit awkward as, well, those will be some whiffed shots. Dejvin able to capitalize, and he'll find the double to win the round for Infinity.
Yeah, it was a pretty close round, kind of trading back and forth, but since Infinity had that opening pick on Alien, they were able to stay a man ahead most of the round. But right there at the end, you see Devin coming up big with a couple of kills, and they hold off that late round A execute from Epiphany Bolt. So we have a pretty back and forth game, but as you noted, because Epiphany Bolt had a pretty clean win a couple of rounds ago, they'll be able to still put up a bye here. We're going to see the op for the first time out for Epiphany Bolt as well. It's going to be on ST, who seems to be their normal opper from what I saw a couple of days ago, and I watched them play a match here on this map, and ST did pretty well there, so we'll see if he's going to be able to match up to Infinity. And again, they're really posturing up pretty heavily towards this B side of the map. This seems to be kind of one of their favorite plays. Even watching them play Mirage a couple of days ago against Death Trap, this was something I saw them do quite a lot, so...
How aggressive will Daven and Pyromarn get at middle? Because if either of them peek out, they'll get a lot of information. It'll say, well, everyone's either in the B halls or they're staging an A execute. As of right now, we've got Bot and the lone man on A. This time he's not pushed forward and under the porch. He's actually at CT, but it won't matter. Execute coming out at B now. Desrin inside of the smoke gets some damage down, but is taken out. And now last man there at the white van, it's going to be Bobski. But he can't find anything, and Epiphany Bolt just explode into that site. Pyromart and Botan saving FAMAS and nades.
Yeah, and just using those smokes to block off catwalk vision and just really focusing down on the side. Even had a smoke as well to block door. So all they really had to focus on was the site itself and maybe someone jumping through the window. So, you know, just a nice little coordinated execute on the B-bomb site. And Epiphany Bolt now going to take a lead 4-2, and you can see those FAMASs being saved, but with the money being reset for Infinity, that's really all they're going to have next round, and it's going to be kind of like that for the next couple of rounds. So, I mean, it's looking like Epiphany Ball could take like a 6-2 lead before Infinity has any type of economy again.
Indeed, they could. I wonder what Infinity will do. Hopefully, just use these guns. Ooh, able to get an op. Okay, so that's going to be nice. Now, Pyromarn will take it. I mean, he is the star fragger right now. Reactions on point, as we saw a couple rounds ago out in middle. But no, he will pass it over, and Alien will buy up armor to make sure he's not going to be glass canned, and the rest are going to force. It is, you know, they've gone down to the bottom of the barrel. They've got everything they can out of this. It's still not much, and will they play a default setup or try to do something aggressive? And this is what I want to see, aggressive play. Everybody running up middle right now. Dejvin, Alien, Pyromarn. Actually, Dejvin and Pyromarn are kind of just backing up here, and there's the first shot by Alien onto Hiffer. That's the early round advantage for them. Ooh. But ST will even it right back up with a nice pick from the B halls onto Bobski.
Yeah, now he's just watching that cat rotation, which is where the brunt of this rotate is going to be coming from. So he's well prepared for it. He sees both of those guys jump across, and now he's just waiting for them to actually step out. Bomb is being planted. Here comes the step out. ST hits the shot. Devin does trade, but it's still a 3v2 here in favor of Epiphany Bolt.
Well, nearly got a kill spraying down through the smoke. Krumer in a very good position finds a very unsuspecting Davin, and now it's up to Botan once again. He can actually use any of his utility here. Still has that FAMAS. We'll try to save one more time, but as we know, they spent all of their pennies on this round. We'll have nothing to go into the next one.
Yeah, exactly. Just as FAMAS armor and some utility from Botan's all they're going to have to work with. So that 6-2 score is looking pretty likely at this point, as Infinity is just trying to kind of recuperate their economy to come out here in the middle part of the half. And so Epiphany Bolt off to a great start for the T side of this map. Apparently we had a tech issue, so we might have a little bit of a timeout here, sort of.
No.
Oh, man.
They used their tactical and on accident. It's top problem. Well, if you type .pause, it brings up a menu explaining each of the keywords of what to use when you're a player in a match in CEVO. And it will tell you problem for technicals and timeout for tactical. So that's unfortunate. Although if the other team is if the other team's nice, they'll just let them use .problem for a tactical later on if needed.
Right. Hopefully this won't take too long to get sorted out, and we'll be right back into it. Here's, of course, Epiphany Bolt just off to a really solid start. After losing Pistol, they have responded quite well since then. They've won 5 of the last 6 rounds played and have reset Infinity's economy twice this game already. So it's always difficult to put up a good CT side when you're getting your money reset, you know, that often so early in a game.
Yeah, it's hard to even judge Infinity's CT side off of that. Like, sure, you can say, well, it's not good because they lost that second round, but I mean, we know how scary those upgraded pistols can be. And Epiphany Bolt were able to win that round. The economy is broken up, and then another key round, and still like kind of underfunded because they went for some force buy. Actually, no, they just did upgraded pistols in rounds 3 and 4, and then losing that rifle round. Or I guess they win the rifle round at 5, then they get reset. It was, I don't know, it's all been a bit awkward, and the economy's been bad the entire way through. Not working with their full buys. And again, completely broken. Botan with the FAMAS. And Bobski got to find a frag. He was another player who was pretty good, pretty clutch yesterday on Overpass, but is now still 0 and 6.
Yeah,
from
he's
the
been
CT
having
side too, which is kind of weird.
yeah, I mean, they've been doing a lot of like really heavy upper B executes, and Bobski's been typically the one to be the initial defense against that. That's probably a lot of the reason why you're seeing that. But Epiphany Ball going to be a little bit different this time. This time we see them setting up pretty heavy towards the A side of the map. Moments looking for mid pushes, but everyone else is looking to split Palace and A ramp here. So once this smoke begins to fade, unless Pyro can disrupt it with a little bit of aggressive play he's got set up.
Yeah, so similar to what they did in the last round when they even had a little bit more money. The op up in middle with the 257s is what they did last time. Now they'll take more or less the same approach with Bobski, Botten, and Awian all out there in mid. Awian kind of the point man, and Botten trying to hopefully catch the people aggressing. But Pyromart, oh man, goes in at the perfect time. They're throwing a pop flash and turning from it to run out, and he just capitalizes on that, finds that first kill. He's been great on these pistol rounds to at least get a kill. As ST hitting the vac shot there on the Botten as he runs up with the smoke. And looks like everything will be cleaned up pretty quickly. Ejman back there in CT spawn behind Ticket. Location very, very known. If we're going to get the bomb down anyways, some extra income to those terrorists. And there it is. 6 for Epiphany Bolt.
Yeah, so this will be the next full buy Infinity will have, but they still won't really be able to afford an op, so they're not going to be fully decked out. But this is, I guess, maybe only the second real full buy round they've actually had this game, so they need to make it work as well, because if they lose this round, they're going to be right back to saving again, pretty much. So this is the round they need if they want to stage some type of comeback. Otherwise, again, you could very easily just be 8-2, and at that point, this has kind of spiraling out of control for Infinity. We do see them backing up, playing a little bit more passive. Bobski's getting a little bit aggressive at the catwalk with Alien playing from window, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, well, ST is here in middle with his op, and Team Infinity were not able to afford one, so Awian played in the window with an A4, and he's even been smoked off right now. Well, he wants to flash through, maybe even jump out or go to the other side, try to see if there's not a one-way. But could be in trouble if someone has gone into the ladder room.
Yeah.
Probably will peek through that vent, maybe find an unsuspecting Awian.
Ooh,
Oh no, oh no.
Yeah. Oh, we get to kill, though. That actually was a little bit better than I thought it was going to be. And they tried to use that to push the smoke connector. They thought it was going to be enough of a distraction, but S3 tag onto it. And we're just seeing teams use that deconnector smoke so often now. And it's so effective in allowing you to get up catwalk. And look at what it's done for Epiphany Vault. They just swept through this B-bomb site. And this is pretty much already over.
Yeah, I usually just call it the reverse connector smoke, the one that bounces and falls down on the A side of things. It's fantastic. The one thing that people have to note if you are going to want to try to use that playing yourself is that it requires you to still clear out the connector. It won't do anything to block anyone in the connector off, but most teams usually condition the connector player to never go there by always throwing either pre-nades, pre-Molotov, or both. And then no one's ever sitting inside of the connector because they know that they can't, and if they do, they're going to take a lot of early damage, and then you can drop down that smoke on the backside of the connector and just take cat for free.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is you usually have a player coming underpass who's going to check that anyway, you know, when you're going for your initial mid-control.
Yeah,
before
I mean, you do
throw
that too.
So, yeah, it's just because if you try to throw a smoke inside connector, unless you're super precise, people are going to be able to look over that.
Nah, even if you are, like, it doesn't even matter. You can go up on that box in the back. You can always see over it somehow. It's, like, impossible to get a perfect one.
Yeah, and so I feel like that's a lot of the reason why we weren't seeing Cat used a whole lot, other than maybe getting ladder room control and using it to cut off rotates. But now that people have discovered this reverse counter smoke, as you mentioned, that kind of drops right there in front of stairs, you see a lot more heavy B splits on this map than you used to. I mean, I promise, this map has evolved from being like heavy smoke executes on the A bomb site for most teams to being a bit more of a map that people focus on mid control to now opening up the maps, even seeing, like I said, these crazier heavy B splits due to that one new smoke that we've been seeing used more often. So this is certainly a map that has had its meta kind of, I don't know, grow over time to just include what can be like a really deep playbook now for this map. If you know all the smokes and you have a team that is versatile enough to kind of play different styles.
Yeah, I mean, you can see people try to shut it down more. Like, if people want to, the CTs even want to cross window and then boost themselves up into the ladder room to get more of a position and a stake onto the catwalk without having to run all the way around into the B site, get there a bit earlier. But certainly that smoke has helped things out in middle. And especially since Epiphany Bolt have always had the money to throw all the nades, all the Molotovs to clear it out.
Yep. We actually had a player drop out, apparently. Alien has left the server. Hopefully we'll get him back in here and keep this thing going. It's been a rough ride so far for Infinity. They're, like I said, likely going to be on a save this round as well now. So 8-2 looking like it's right on the horizon here for Epiphany Vault. So they certainly have had a good game here. You know, exactly what they've wanted. I'm sure everything's gone according to plan as far as Epiphany Vault is concerned.
Yeah, I wish we could pull out the stat of like average equipment value in rounds, because I feel like Infinity's is going to be extremely low. Like here they are again.
Yeah.
Even that last round, like, yeah, they have rifles again, but there's no op, there's no head armor, which sometimes can still get you into trouble even when you're on the CT side. If you happen to get gooshed through a wall or something, you still get aim punched. It's rather aggravating. And they all had maybe like a smoke and a flash apiece, so not a lot to work with. They've lost that. Now they're broken again. At least when they lose this, that'll be 5 in a row. Well, assuming they lose it, most likely they will on full eco. They'll get that max bonus, and that'll sustain probably the best funded rifle round we'll have actually seen yet, and that'll come in round 11.
Yeah.
Assuming Awayan can get back into the server.
Yeah, right, exactly. I mean, we have seen, yeah, I mean, Infinity's only really had one, like, full buy, everything that they wanted this entire half, just because of their money being reset twice, so, again, that's what'll get you in trouble. Like, even if you're on a map that's supposed to be slightly CT favored, like a map like Mirage, for instance, it's not as heavily CT side as an Inferno per se, but still a map where you expect, you know, CTs to be able to get, you know, 9 or 10 rounds or so. If you're getting your money reset so early in the game, you can't get your money flowing, then it's not gonna wind up being that way, you know?
Yeah. So this will, if Epiphany Bolt hold on to their lead and are able to close this out, they will go. I guess they've played one more game. That'll make them 9-4, and then Infinity will go to 8-4. So both these seems pretty close. But as you get further in the CEVO season, you start playing stronger opponents, so the games can get a little bit closer, and maybe you'll even start to lose some. But surely both of these are going to be playoff contenders.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
In the next couple weeks when those get started for Europe.
Yeah, that's kind of the big reason why we're looking at these games in the first place, is because these are teams that, you know, are fighting for a chance to compete in Pro League next time around.
Yeah, Infinity was in Pro League last season, so.
So, I mean, of course, now we're kind of using that bracket system. You know, you have 4 brackets in a row for Pro League to get 4 teams from Europe and 4 teams from North America. And, you know, these teams, if they do well here, man, they could maybe find themselves in one of those qualification brackets, you know, down the road. So that's what they're fighting for here. And right now, Epiphany Vault has the better of Infinity.
I wonder what's going to happen here. So the way that our pause functionality works, problem you're allowed to use indefinitely, pretty much, like as long as you need to, as long as the admin deems that it's a real problem. Which who knows how you do that online. At LAN, it makes a little more sense. These tactical timeouts, however, do actually only last 5 minutes. So in 20 seconds here, it's going to unpause. And I wonder what will happen if Epiphany Bowl will use. I mean, Epiphany Bowl can just stop problem as long as they are being good sports. But of course, you know. It's not their, like, they don't have to do that. They could just continue winning 5v4 and get on with their days over there in Denmark, or evenings, I suppose. And yeah, they're going to be good sports about it. They'll pause for themselves. So let's take a break.
Yeah.
And we'll be back here with some CEVO main action once it continues on Barrage. We got Infinity versus Epiphany Bolt. I'm Helium, and with me is Dust. We'll see you after a break. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Sorry for that little issue, but big shout out to Epiphany Bolt for being good sports and pausing since Infinity accidentally used their tactical and their problem pauses earlier on in this match. Awayan is back. Let's check out the pings. Everyone is good to go, and I'm going to close that because I'm very jealous of their EU pings. Look at Desmond going ham here as he pushes into the halls. It was a team effort. Botski went with him first. David Lowe with the chance for one more, but no. Momi will shut him down. 3 plays 3 now as the rotations are going to be coming in. Actually, just 2. Awayan has fallen. Pyromarn and Botan moving in on the flank, and Pyromarn going the normal way into the B site. They're actually turning around. It's going to be Botan. He tries to play the patience card, but it falls apart real quick.
Not what he was hoping for there. Now only Potter's left alone with just a deagle and a dream of trying to stop this round from unfolding the way it's already started. And it looks like he will get a little bit of a 1v1 initially here against S3 Tag, who's kind of clearing out the site solo. The bomb is a little bit delayed on its way here, but Pyro's staying hitting, allowing this bomb to creep in. Maybe they're thinking this A bomb site's completely open at this point. Maybe he can shock someone, and there it is. The 1D comes out, but Hiffer quick to trade. So Epiphany Bolt, they're going to go up 8-2. And what has been quite a one-sided game, we'll finally see Infinity have a real chance to contest against it. They'll actually even have a double op set up now.
Well, there's the adjustment, right? We never just saw them looking very, very dangerous in a rifle round. Sure, they snuck out a win there in round 5, but even that one was close with just 2 members surviving. So the adjustment comes in, full nades on everyone else that went for regular rifles, but the ops and just Kevlar for both Bobski and Alien to try to turn this match around before it gets a little too out of control. Bobski over on the catwalk and Alien in the mid window. He'll jump and spot moment, please, trying to wall him through, well, the wall. But it's not working out.
You see Devin testing the waters here at upper B. As that smoke fades, Kruber might have a chance to pick him up. Have to see who wins this fight as the smoke clears. I think Devin actually did spot him there as it was fading, so he's actually going to be able to get out of the way. So nothing will happen there, but again, they're setting up for this B split. They had that deep connector smoke, and now they're beginning to push both sides. But Devin, he's held upper. Hiffer, though, able to get a pick, so he's evened it back up. He's caused a little bit of a rotate, and now he could see Epiphany Ball just jump in the connector and look for an A hit. No real telling just yet.
Pyromar could still potentially shut this down, just with sick aim, and maybe Epiphany Bolt aren't expecting it. Gonna flash on Molotov to work with as well, and well, Epiphany Bolt have used most of their utility. 2 smokes, and the 2 flashes all on Hiffer. Only 1 flash at a time. As they've got that mid control, full window control as well, and they're just really hoping that the CTs, having evened it up, are gonna try to make a play. But it's not happening. Oh, maybe it is happening. Alien goes in to peek up into the ladder room, but he's crawling away so slow, and ES3 Tag's gonna move in, get him, say Tag, you're it, and now they charge onto the A site. Botton's up here in Palace, and Dejman trying to rotate around, but now, of course, he's gonna be smoked off from that connector angle. And Botton, wow, getting wrecked.
Yeah, S3 Tag has been ridiculous on these reaction shots. I mean, Botton had a clear shot on him. Had the jump on him too, but S3 Tag just with the flick of the wrist there, able to get a kill. And now it's 9-2. I knew that was gonna come. I knew that was on the. I knew that was right there. True. So Devin will just try to save this op over here at upper B, but he's getting boxed in, so it's not even looking likely he'll be able to do that unless he hits some nice shots. That's a good one there. That's a start. Ooh. Well, looks like he will hold on to it then, after all.
Nice. I just opened a wildfire case. And I was really upset. I thought I was going to get the Tech 9 again, but I got the Necropost Scout, which I'm kind of happy about. The thing's kind of cool.
There you go.
I want the knife, Dust. Really
You want
badly.
the Bowie knife? Or
Yeah.
Bowie knife, rather.
Bowie. It's so sick. It's like a sword.
We're gonna get swords eventually, man.
Dude, it's just like
or
scimitar
have
straight up.
katanas.
Katanas, yeah. Why not? Freaking impale people.
This round's going a little bit better for Infinity, by the way.
Not a lot into it, but they were able to save that one weapon at the end of the last round, round 11, and Aliens hitting shots with that op. Bobski and Pyromar were dangerous with the pistols. Pyromar is just pretty much dangerous no matter what he has. And now it's Krumer, last one up. This is actually winnable from his perspective. The bomb is down. I don't know if Bobski actually knows this. Everyone's low. Krumer could, with some sick aim, just win this. Pretty much needs to hit everyone once. Dejman might take a couple shots. And he's getting a lot of information. He heard that vent break. He knows someone's up in that ladder room.
Waiting it out, but he could cross into Alien here, who is sitting here with the op, just waiting for Krumer in this window room. He even gets the scope out. There's going to be the kill. So Infinity, they finally put it around on the board. Certainly not a moment too soon. They've needed this for quite a while. I mean, they've lost the last 6 rounds in a row before finally putting that one on the board. So finally, a little bit of life here. But can they hold on to it? Because if they get their economy reset again, like here and now, that would just be devastating. I think that would just be basically a 12-3 half at that point almost, or 11-4 at least. So they need to make this one work to stay in this game.
Again, strong round for them. They will remain on the double ops, both Bobski and Awin. This time Bobski, though, is going to take an aggressive look into Palace, and Awin aggressive look into the underpass. So a big change up on this round, but this is a problem. One man on the catwalk left in B. That's Pyromarn, as that was Moment with the great opener into the B site. Another early round man advantage for Epiphany Bolt, and they can just sit back and let Infinity panic.
I mean, and how often have we seen it go that way? I mean, I feel like almost every play at upper B that's taken place has gone Epiphany Bolt's way, except for maybe one, you know? So that's really been a thorn in Infinity's side, is dealing with this B-bomb site.
Yeah, there was one round where Infinity went and got aggressive. I think it was Bobsky and Pyromarn, and they caused a lot of damage, but it was a round where they just had pistols, ended up losing anyways. So they have been a little bit better, I guess, when they can play loose and play aggressive on their broken rounds. And now another rifle is falling apart very, very quickly as openings come at the A site. That's where the bomb is. Hiffer is still in B, causing a problem, being a thorn into the side and delaying the rotation of Pyromarn. Who now comes into jungle. Where's Avian's
There's a big flank going on. Yeah, they may get caught off guard by this. Like, no one's even paying it any attention. So ST might just be a free frag for Alien, and he could maybe catch Tetris right away as well. So that could be 2 big kills for him. Oh no.
He decides to
Apparently
flash,
not.
and then they hear it, and there's 2 people there. They just turn around.
Yeah, he kind of destroyed his element of surprise a little bit, and so Epiphany Bolt now up 10-3, and Infinity's money's wrecked again. So this is not looking good, Joey.
It's hard to say flashing is like the wrong play. Generally, if they don't know where you are, like it's your advantage. Just stay quiet and not make any noise. But he's thinking, all right, it's 3-on-2. They can watch the crossfire with 2, and then someone is going to be watching the flank. So I guess that's why he goes for the flash. Unfortunately for him,
just got knifed in the back.
Doesn't work out. And yeah, that was a lot of early damage. It's a big love tap. He's on 39 HP, but at least he knows he's loved.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that guy didn't use his safety word in that whole love exchange or something, and it went a little too far.
Pyromarn with the deagle, he's been good, and he won't turn around and run through the fire either. I think Pyromarn would be immune to fire, but I don't think this game works that way. ES3 tag will open up the B site with a kill onto Dejvin. Gonna try to boost up on this double stack of Catwalk. It'll be Bobsky going up with an AK. AK no armor, mind you, so even that's not going to be great. And beautiful smokes, both sides of that Catwalk column. And Epiphany Bolt have showed some pretty good B takes.
Maybe that's going to be a new thing though. Going back to what we were talking about earlier, there's going to be new armor you can buy for like $1,500 that is flame resistant.
Red armor.
Please no.
I'm down.
I'm almost sad I said that, because then maybe that actually gets taken seriously.
Well, I mean, it seems like Valve wants to do some pretty interesting stuff for like the custom games and more like a single player aspect. So adding all that stuff in there could be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It can go there. I'm not worried about that.
Flame retardant armor and boots.
Yeah.
Probably a thing. Although I'm sure they were already all made that way anyways. One would have to.
Nah, dude, we're gonna have medi shots coming to competitive play.
Yes.
It's on the way.
ST up here in Palace.
Ouch.
He is the king of his domain. That's his palace. Alien trying to spot another man and will control that. Well, control might be a strong word, but he does find the second shot onto him. For now spamming through again.
What the hell?
See people to shoot them. Alien going nuts with the M4A4 spray through the smokes. Bomb is going to be picked up if he got Krumer as well.
I would have left.
Like, all right, we need to dig a little deeper onto Alien here.
We might have hit up our AC team and been like, listen, man, this looks a little weird.
But hey, they were challenging him. Beautiful shot. That was a nice one as Krumer tries to cross the CT real quick, but not quick enough, and it's going to be ST who started off the round. He shall have to close off the round. He just took a ton of damage. From what? Did he get shot by his own teammate?
I don't know if it was that or if there was actually like a fire there or something, but either way, Devin hitting a nice scout headshot should be able to defuse this bomb, and so what probably should have been a 12-3 half in favor of Epiphany Bolt will wind up being 11-4 instead, which is still really solid. It's still going to be a tough road for Infinity to make a comeback here. But yeah, it could have been even worse. So, you know, good job by Alien, I guess, just spamming a smoke and getting a couple of random kills, and it gets them back into the round. And
he sprayed and he prayed, and gave it.
The gods gifted him some frags. They were accepting of his offering. Wow.
So ready to go into the second half. I mean, Epiphany Bolt able to get the pistol, probably just run away with this. Maybe still a chance. I have seen through casting European CS at this level. Sometimes Mirage just looks like a straight up T-sided map, and it's the CT's inability to rotate, communicate, and just like make sure everything's being covered. Because Mirage can actually be a pretty hard map on the CT side if things start falling apart early on.
Yeah, I mean, it's really going to come down to this pistol round. I mean, if, in fact, Infinity can come up with it and get the ball rolling here on their terrorist side, they could make a game out of this. We could have a close one in our hands, and the Infinity could, in fact, recover. But I feel like if Epiphany takes the pistol, and as long as they avoid getting eco, this game will be over real soon. I mean, just some of the shots we were seeing Epiphany Bolt hitting, like S3 tag was just super on point. He was hitting all his shots. ST was doing really good things with the op. So, I mean, if those guys carry that over from the last half into this one, this game could be done pretty quickly. I mean, look at the numbers those guys put up last half. 22-9, 17-8. They were definitely just in hard carry mode.
Yeah, Pyromarn was trying his best, going 15-13, although even though I say that, they only got 4 rounds. A lot of his frags were just, he'd start off with a pistol frag or 2 on a round, and they'd still lose it just because they didn't have anything bought into it. So, not the most impactful of frags. And Bobski, though, did have a pretty poor performance. Frags aren't everything, but when you're on the CT side and people are coming to you, the fact that you only have 3 is pretty rough.
Well, think about it this way, man. Just for, I mean, even if you just take his numbers aside, just think about what happened to Bobski. I mean, early on in that half, Epiphany Bolt was just so heavily attacking that B-bomb site where Bobski was kind of the anchor player in that site, and he was really struggling to even just get 1 kill to buy time for a rotate. So I think that's the more important thing to look at. So I think the numbers do kind of tell the story there. He did certainly struggle that half.
Well, he was crazy when it came to the T side of Overpass, so maybe he can turn it around here. As we got one man, that's ES3 tag spotting over at A. In the middle, we'll have ST kind of making his rotation back to jungle, and he's going to spot them coming out of Palace. Smoke will go down to A. Oh, no, that was actually a nade coming out from ES3 tag. He's since brought down by Bobski. He heard us talking about him. He grabs the entry. Now, moment, please, and Krumer making their way on the stairs, and one coming through CT. That's where they are right now. 2 versus 4. No kits. Retake going to be near impossible, but they will try for it. See what damage they can cause. They'll bring down Alien with a nice headshot. Now both attacking here, coming out of jungle. Finding one behind default. Botten will take Krumer down off the stairs. A moment, please. Moving up. 2 in CT, 1 over there in fire. You have really no need to peek him. Just make moment. Make all the moves. He'll drop off completely. He'll save that armor into the next round.
Yeah, so I mean, I thought Epiphany Bolt was actually pretty well set up for that. Like, they had their aim on Palace. They even had a nice nade come out, which did a fair amount of damage to, 2 or 3 of the Infinity guys pouring out. But just the shots were being hit by Infinity, just being able to clear out the site, get control of CT spawn, which is kind of what you have to do since you don't have the smoke for it. You got to be able to clear it out and control it to get that bomb down. And, Infinity checked all the boxes off. They did everything they needed to do, and they get the round. So now, as long as they can, hold here against this 4 spot from Epiphany Bolt, that they should be able to really start closing the gap on the scoreboard, at least in the early part of this half.
Yeah, the 2 MAC-10s will come out for Bobski and Pyromarn as they look to farm up some of the pistols. And Krumer and ST go for Deagles, no armor. Kind of like that. Bit of a compromise trying to save some of that money, but the MAC-10s are eating everybody alive. Bobski took a scout shot, I think, before going down, but it won't matter. Just Hiffer and ES3 tag up now, and I imagine they'll set up for exits.
Yeah, just roll that armor and upgrade and push us over to the next round. See if you can't pose a somewhat equal threat next time around and maybe even fare a little bit better, because this time it didn't really do much at all. So we'll be 6-11 here, still in favor of Epiphany Bolt, and we still haven't seen a proper buy round yet, so there's really still no telling how this half's going to go, but at least Infinity is starting to gain a little bit of ground for themselves.
Yeah, so able to get, actually winning both pistols, because they got upset in that second round of the first half, and things spiraled out of control for pretty much the rest of the half. Here they start off strong and survive the force buy of Epiphany Bolt. Hiffer spotted in the window, gets 1 more, but that was just a MAC-10 that fell. So all the rifles that went into this round are preserved, including Deagle picked up an armor on Bobski. So great way for Infinity to start. Not even a close second round. Epiphany Bolt now on the full eco. A couple nades, so it looks like they do have a bit of a plan here between Krumer and ST. 3 nades, actually. Well, they all throw them in one spot. Try to get an early frag, perhaps.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Looks like they all are going towards upper B, or at least the B site. But Bosky here sweeping into A ramp, able to get a kill, maybe even a second one. It's kind of caused an early rotate from this team moment.
Yeah, Bobsky's going out, and the nades, right, they are used. They're put to use, but Bobsky just started to go ham by himself, operating solo in the A site, pulled a lot of rotations. There is one man that was sneaking around a column in B, and he will, doesn't stop the plant, nearly did. Had an AK in his hands for a second as well, but then Infinity going to clean things up after that and able to preserve their 3 rifles if they don't lose anyone else from this position.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good thought, but Bobsky just caused so much pressure. It really forced that rotate out, which opened up B, and now Infinity are all but on the brink of putting that 7th round on the board. And, I mean, now we have a game. You know, it was looking really one-sided there for a moment, but now at least it's a bit closer. But again, we still haven't seen that opening buy round yet from Epiphany Bolt. It's still very likely that they could, you know, just come out strong with guns and still put up a pretty one-sided map. But at least now Infinity has something to work with.
Yeah, and they've done it dominantly too. So much money now, so many kills from the MAC-10s, and Epiphany Bolt onto this first rifle. It will not be a good one. They're at, you know, low to mid 4Ks, so that means no head armor, somewhat limited nades, actually getting pretty much everything they need. Smokes and flashes are really what's important here, and Krumer's able to get a kit. So they have a chance. Alien, though, with that op on the T side, how will they want to work this? Everyone for Infinity going into this first rifle, expecting low utility, lack of incendiaries, are going to go for a straight up A take, and this could be hard to stop. Let's see how on point the flashes are for Epiphany Bolt.
Yeah, look at it. Botan already leading the charge here up the A ramp. Some good smokes on top stairs, blocking off jungle, so ST can't really be involved in this, but he can spot over the smoke to see Palace, so he's able to get that one frag, and everyone else is playing for retake, and they have the one-man advantage now, so this is actually okay. Oh! And Hiffer somehow catches another kill.
Yeah, Botan is going to expand, decides to move out, and like the last bullet will take him out. And Epiphany Bolt striking back here on this round. Botan's been planted, so they still have a retake on their hands, but they hear Alien shooting that op. They know exactly where he is. He's making it dangerous. Nade going in. Goes a little too far, but it won't matter. They catch him out. Alien makes it expensive. Epiphany Bolt win the round, but only keeping 2 alive. Their next round's not going to be very strong. Infinity will have the upper hand in terms of economy.
With that bomb plant, still plenty of money here for Infinity to get a full purchase, and it's really the pressure on Epiphany Bolt. You know, they have to buy down a lot. Their economy could get reset here, and that could be just what Infinity needs to start working closer to a tie game. So while it's good for Epiphany Bolt to go ahead and put a round on the board, you know, win that first gun round, still establish themselves in this half, they need to make this one pan out as well. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. You know, they're going to have to work a lot harder to hold Infinity off if they can't figure this one out. They do see Aelin with the op actually playing inside Palace this round, so a different location for the op. Still 3 players fighting for mid control, and they do have it for now. Holman getting real aggro here in upper B.
He's got that so he's going to try to do something unexpected with it. Just 3 tags, still playing in CT. Actually, they're doubling up on CT. And there's Moment in the B halls. Waits for that smoke, possibly catches Dejvin as it's dissipating. Don't know, got there at the last second as it happened. But that's early man advantage for Epiphany Bolt on a round where they really need it. Because if they lose here, economy crumbles. Infinity continues to make that comeback.
Yep.
Epiphany want to close it out cleanly. Round 20 here is extremely important. And Botan, I don't know how you missed that jump, but it's probably a good thing you did.
I wonder if he purposely fell off after he spotted his CT. He was thinking about it, then he took the note train to fuck that Vil. Got out of there.
Whoa.
What?
I like it. I like it. Edgy. Yes, 3 tag, able to get 2 from jungle. As Alien was starting to turn things around, found that opening pick, evened it up, but then everything just fell apart right after that. And Epiphany Bolt out to the 13th round. Infinity, though, I think they actually will still have a decent amount of money. Okay, on some players. They've got a decision to make. I assume they will force.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you wait and get a nice full buy to try to challenge a 50 Bolt when they go to map point, or do you force up here to try to? Because if this doesn't work out, then I mean you're kind of screwed.
Pretty much over.
Yeah. They're gonna go for it here, I guess, where they think that they. I mean, it's understandable. They're struggling to win rounds. They need to kind of fight for something now.
Well, I mean, they still have like 1 more chance after this, as long as they stop the forcing here. The bonus will go, oh my gosh, going down through the spam boards into the kitchen at B Halls. Krumer brings down Bobsky. But Epiphany Bolt will probably hit 15 after this round. And then Infinity will actually have a full buy and perhaps be able to stay in it and hang on for the tie. But it's going to be tough.
Yeah, so already losing a player here is Bobsky. Killing one over to Krumer. Alien peeking into the A bomb side, spotting a couple of players, but now backing down as that bomb is heading towards upper B. Krumer and a moment, they're both here. A moment already delivering a good amount of damage to Devin, so not looking good for Infinity at all.
Yeah, not really. Krumer still, I mean, the very start of the round, started off with the first kill. Botten trying to even it up, but the trade coming out, and that's all Epiphany Bolt needs to do from this position is just get those trades, maintain the main advantage, and, well, Moment will do more than what is required. Getting 2 kills. He's been good over in the B halls. Last round with the ump, gets the first kill of the round, and here he finds some unsuspecting victims. Again, slightly aggressive with a double spray down.
So 14-7 here, and now Infinity has to do even more with less just to stop Epiphany Bolt from getting the map point. Just on the Tech 9s and Galil. Yeah, I mean, what choice do you really have at this point? I think they're just kind of in that 4-spy zone at this point. They just kind of have to keep doing it to have any chance.
I just don't know if you learn anything from going into the 4-spies in situations like this. Just, you know, you got to have faith in your rifle rounds. If you really want to be a great team and win games, you got to have strong rifles. So if they just saved, even though if they put Epiphany on match point, and then, I don't know. Hard to say. And we've seen some crazy kills through smokes here. Although that one's a bit easier, because you know exactly what the terrorists are doing. They're dropping out of palace and they're pushing through the site. And the way the boxes are set up, it's like a perfect angle to just spray down.
Yep. And now that the smokes are beginning to fade, we see Epiphany Bolt moving in with ease to retake this site. And they will get the defuse, and it will be 15-7. So what looked like a slight comeback from Infinity in the early part of the second half to reel this one back in. Epiphany's now taking that line back out to C, and looks like they're about to finish this one off here pretty quickly. But Infinity will, with that bomb plant, have a decent buy this round. They still won't have an op. They're a little bit low on utility, but at least they have the AKs and armor. Well, actually, Botten went. Doesn't pick up any armor just yet. Oh, there he goes.
There
okay.
he goes. Yeah, I feel that they could have just had Tech 9s to smoke, and like maybe one person with armor, and spent so much less on that last round, and still got the bomb down, and then have been able to have way more nades on this one. So not the most frugal, I guess, from Infinity, but here we go. They're up against match point, and now Dejvin and Pyromarn coming online, getting the first kills of the round. Hipper, though, will respond, and he's not seeing anything else. He could be calling this as a fake. Okay, now he sees that second part of the prong attack onto A, over there in Connector and Jungle, as Dejvin at B will win out of the ST, and it's all Hipper all alone. And he'll go down. No need to plant the bomb there. Infinity just move out across the map and hit all of their shots.
Yeah, I mean, that's really all it is, right? There's nothing special about what they did tactically. It was literally just people hitting shots. Like, Devin presses up for B, gets 3 entries over in the B bomb site, and then we saw a push at A ramp at pretty much the same time that also found a frag. So Epiphany Bolt couldn't really rotate or react or do anything. They were just dropping like flies. So literally all it was just the hitting of shots of Infinity. And I don't know if they'll be able to keep that going or not. They have to keep it going for 7 more rounds in a row to put this thing into overtime. And Epiphany Bolt already has the opening frag this round, but Devin responds. They're starting to get control of A. Devin with another. They have a 4-on-3, so they have a good chance here. But the bomb is so far away from this attack.
Oh, through the boards. Nicely done.
Taking so long to get here, so Devin has to try to hold out alone while the bomb makes that long trip around spawn, and he's not going to be able to do it. I think this is over now.
Yeah, Alien with the op. Does have the bomb. Gets flash delayed a little bit. I don't know if he's been spotted yet. Someone is shooting at him, and Krumer's just going to go up over the stairs, and that'll be that. Good little attempt there at the end from Infinity. Round, what was it? Round 23 looked super dominant from them, but unfortunately they didn't leave themselves with much of a second half to work with after losing the first half 11-4. And Epiphany Bolt will win. That puts the record, I think, to 9-4 right now. And Infinity, whoa,
Infinity
added way too many syllables in there. Infinity will now be 8-4 themselves.
Right, so that does it for a little bit for us. We are going to be back in about 45 minutes, and when we come back, we will have 3 best-of-1s in a row with no break, as we have G-Bots in a doubleheader against FM Esports and Platinum, and then we also do have a game with Public Ear and Shift Play Eagles. So we have basically 3 back-to-back-to-back games coming up in, like I said, about 45 minutes, and then later on tonight, We are going to have 2 actual best of 3s from our actual pro league that time. It's going to be North American matches. It's going to be, I believe, TSM taking on X Enemy, and then we have Energy taking on CLG. So looking forward to those matches tonight with the pro league coverage kicking back off later on this evening. But yeah, we're going to take a break for now. Like I said, we'll be back in about 45 minutes for some more EU best of 1. So see you soon.
See you later.